Welcome to the Mystics Gals and Fae Tales podcast YouTube channel. We are so excited to be here. Mystics Gals and Fae Tales podcast is a dystopian and fantasy based podcast. We also read romances and other genres as well, but for the most part, we try to speak to, our guns with fantasy and also with dystopian. In the year that we've been a book podcast, we actually have read a lot of romance. We might need to consider changing the subtitle from fantasy and dystopian to also include the other things we read, which is kind of funny. My name is Jen. I am one of the two hosts for this podcast. On our YouTube channel, we post some fun videos along with some episodes that we have. But to make sure to find us on everywhere else that you stream podcasts, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, even things like that, to hear all of our podcast episodes in full. We have full-length episodes that come out that are over an hour long, and then we have mini episodes that are 30 minutes long that are great, short, and sweet. And they are aligned with our book club. So if you haven't checked us out before, we have a book club on the app Babel. Babel app is very much a book club centered phase where you're reading a bunch of books and talking about them, but also TV shows and movies. We have two book clubs on the app. We have the Mystics Gales and Fae Tales book club, as the name of our podcast is, and that has about over 500 members, and we are constantly reading different fantasy books, and we're in different series. And then we have a Fae Tales side quest one for not as long series, one-offs, holiday reads, just like fun light reads, or books that might, like I said, not be a long series, but maybe like a duology or just a one-off. For today's video, I thought it'd be fun to do a nice reading roundup. We are obviously new to YouTube, so we're going to be drafting some more fun ideas for videos, but this is just like a nice touch-in because I love watching people's reading roundups to see what they're reading. We love to hear what you guys are reading. So today, let's take a look at what I've read in the last week or so. Number one on the list is Wild Reverence. This book is by Rebecca Ross. Also, look how gorgeous it is, like fully. We have the gorgeous design on the front. Design wraps around all the way to the back. This is without the jacket. I did take it off because you have to look at what's beautiful underneath. And then when you open it up, the end papers are also stars and constellations. The edges are blue for beautifulness. This is a look at the jacket. So this is the Barnes Noble exclusive. I actually haven't been able to take a look at the other places, but this is the jacket that usually goes on it. And this book is by Rebecca Ross. There is Miss Rebecca. And I did attend the midnight premiere for this book, so I do have some tattoos that I have for it. So this book is by Rebecca Ross. You might know her from the Divine Rivals duology. We read her in our book club and absolutely loved her. It was a YA duology. This book is her adult book. It's still in the world of Divine Rivals, meaning it's in the gods world, and it talks about different aspects that are in Divine Rivals, but it's set like 500 years before, different characters, and it's very much where the gods walk the earth still. If you haven't read Divine Rivals, it's very much a mix of Greek mythology and like wartime. There's a lot of like 1940s vibe. It's beautifully written in terms of lyrical. This author is very, very good at their metaphors. And it's also a love story, and it's about two journalists who are in the front lines of the war. So Divine Rivals, check it out. It will make you cry. Wild Reverence is set, like I said, 500 years earlier, and it takes place talking about between a love story between a god and a mortal. And this god is is a messenger god between the two realms that exist. Of course, the two realms are at odds with each other. They are mortal enemies, and there's things that happen that actually will set up what was to come in Divine Rivals. Now, I'm saying all this as if I finished the book. I have not finished the book yet. I finished Divine Rivals. I have not finished Wild Reverence. I'm about 50% of the way in. So I actually got the book at a midnight premiere for the book. It came out in September. I've taken a while to get around to it. We had some stuff we had to read for the book club, and we actually read this in our side quest book club as well. And decided to, I have the physical, but I get through audiobooks way faster. I just listen to them while I work and while I'm in life, and I found that the audiobook for this is a little hard for me because it's a little slow in terms of the reader, and I've obviously put the pace up a little more, but it's just, I think it's just their cadence, or and also they have like this old time accent that is really beautiful for the story, but I have to make sure I'm really paying attention and not like, oh, this is like kind of comforting in a way, and like I'm gonna get sleepy and things. So the reader is kind of doing it a little bit of a disservice for me, I'm not gonna lie. I've had to constantly rewind a lot, and the story is moving pretty slow. I will say some positives about it. I really do love the gods that she introduces, the setup she has. I love the main characters. I love the tension they have already. And I think it's going to definitely go somewhere with this love story. And they have like this like soul binding connection. Um, but the conflict did take a while for it to start. And that is what's getting me to have this be a really slow read for me. Like it's taken me probably a month to read it. And I don't take that long normally with audiobooks. This is feeling more of like a 3-star read for me. I definitely think the metaphors are there. I think the lyrical, beautiful text that Rebecca is amazing at is definitely there. The characters are there. The world building is there. It's just the conflict and the plot is moving very slow for me, which is interesting because with Divine Rivals, I didn't feel that as much. It felt more fast paced. So I think that I don't know if this was just like stretched a little bit too much, but a lot of my friends also compared it to like more of like a cozy fantasy instead rather than like than what we're used to, I guess, from the Divine Rivals aspect. I am enjoying it. It's not like I'm not, but it's definitely like a slower read for me. It's gonna take me a bit to finish. So I'm not gonna say like I DNF it or anything like that, but I am gonna finish it one of these days. So I am listening to quite a few audiobooks. Like I said, I like to listen to them while I work, and while I'm like traveling, commuting, and things. I just get a lot done like that. First up, we've been doing this for a few months now, an Ali Hazelwood miniseries. So Lee is really into Ali Hazelwood, and she got me into Ali Hazelwood. Lee, by the way, for preference, is the other host on this amazing podcast. So we have been reading Ali Hazelwood in kind of a publication order. We jumped around a little bit, and especially because as we've been doing this, Ali has also been publishing books along the way, so that's been really exciting. And on our journey of reading Ali Hazelwood, we've had the opportunity to even meet her in person. We went for the midnight premiere of Mate, which was amazing, and then Lee also met her another time at a different romance event. So it's been a great journey of like reviewing them. They're 30-minute episodes on the podcast, so very sweet and short, and you can devour the books and listen to our review. So because of that, I am of course listening on my journey for that. So I am doing the novellas with Lee right now that have been previously published. We also need to listen to the novella Bound that just came out on Spotify or with Spotify for Ali, even though it's 7 hours, so it's pretty longer than her other novellas. It's closer to like a full-length novel, honestly. So I'm in the middle of starting those. I also use Libby for that, so I'm waiting for a lot of my Libby holds to come in. But we did finish Under One Roof, and I will be starting the next two of the novellas from like the stemness novels, I think it's called. Okay, so as I was editing this video, I realized on my last clip the audio went completely out, or it just like went really fuzzy, so I apologize if any other clips sounded weird, but it was just easier for me to like re-record it, and I was gonna put like the same outfit on so you wouldn't even know, but then I realized I got a haircut, so I was like, wow, that'd be so funny if I just like went from one video where I have like so much more curls to like much shorter curls. I mean, who knows who would have noticed, but whatever. I like consistency and I'm weird like that. Anyway, to round out my reading roundup, so I talked about Wild Reverence, I talked about Ali Hazelwood, I talked about the novellas we're reading with Ali. Lee and I also just finished reading the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Lila Sage, which absolutely chef's kiss love. Gonna have some review episodes talking about that, of course. So I'm gonna be going on to like some other shorter books from there, but our side quest book club on Mystic Scales and Fate Tales podcast, in the app Fable, I think it's literally just called Fate Tales Side Quest, is reading holiday reads for the winter time. So reading Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh, I think it is. Just started it. I'm about like 10 chapters in. I'm listening to it. Absolutely eating it up. Definitely not for someone who has had travel anxiety or anything bad happen on a trip. I've had a lot of that happen. So I feel like going into it, I was like a little scared, but actually I feel really calm reading it because I can relate to it. And I know that if I'm in the situations again, a lot of it's like out of your hands. What can you do? So it was actually, it's really great to read it so far. So if you want to join us along, make sure to join us on the app Fable as we read our side quest books, which are like holiday reads or duologies or short reads, or join us on our main book club on the app Fable, the Mystic Scales and Fate Tales podcast book club. You could literally just look up Fate Tales on Fable and it'll come up. I'm pretty sure it's literally just called Mystic Scales and Fate Tales. But we read longer books in that, we read series in that. We are deep into the Quicksilver series right now, so we are living it up. So make sure to join us so we can talk and chit chat about books, or if you don't want to, talk about them here with us on YouTube, or follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Let's make a big bookish community. That's the thing we love about this. That's why we started the podcast. We just love meeting other readers, and we hope that you guys are all reading a really good book. And let us know any recommendations, what we should read next, and happy reading.
Happy reading. Yes. Enjoy.